Hello, Hello. Good afternoon, Nandita ma'am.
Good afternoon. Have students joined?
They are joining in.
दीप्ति तेरी वाली फोटो मेरे से अच्छी है कॉलेज की।
College की.
मैंने सीआर ग्रुप में मैसेज डाला अभी।
Okay. आ रहे हैं बच्चे आ रहे हैं.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Vinita. Good afternoon, welcome.
No, you are not audible.
Yeah. How come you are not audible?
अब लिंक मांग रहे हैं, भेजती हूँ उनको।
Okay. वो पोस्टर ही फॉरवर्ड कर दीजिए मैम.
हाँ ठीक है, कर देते हैं।
क्या एडमिशंस का कुछ न्यूज़ है? कब शुरू होने वाला है? नहीं ना,
शेड्यूल नहीं आया.
शेड्यूल नहीं आया, बट सीवीटी रिजल्ट्स तो आ गए, तो आई थिंक बीयू पोर्टल खुल गया, भी पता नहीं।
Portal is open for correction till 4th.
Till 4th ना?
Then second phase will start.
एडमिशन का अभी कुछ शेड्यूल आया है? नहीं आया ना अभी तक, यूनिवर्सिटी ने नोटिफाई।
नहीं, अच्छा खासा जो हमारा 5 दिन का छुट्टी हो रहा था वो सब गड़बड़ कर दिया ना, वो एडमिशंस में फंस जाएंगे हम लोग सब। 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good
Good afternoon, Manoj.
So what I go first?
Is there any teacher in the attendees? Please raise your hand. We'll make you a panelist. Shant.
Yes, myself Rama Nayak, madam.
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Ramanak, you are already a panelist.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. You may
Shall I
lower your
start?
hand. No, wait for the session to start.
Okay.
So I think only one student has joined. The rest are all panelists. No, attendees
No, ma'am, there are attendees.
23.
Yeah, students are there.
No, Hokam is visible.
Just check your audio. Are you audible or not?
Yes, ma'am. I
Yeah,
think
Yes.
now
it's
you are.
audible.
You
But the
are.
thing is that
Uh,
since I'll be presenting, I'm joining into the voice. So
Okay.
the police does not have camera systems.
Poly does not have what? You are in ICT lab, right?
Yes, ma'am. On ICT lab, and the desktop sounds are not working properly. Very low. So they does not have even camera. So I'll join through mobile. But I don't know how will I do presentation. I will join in both device.
Okay, you can send us your PPT. If you want, we can present on the screen.
Okay, I'll send you, man.
Yeah, please email me your PPT.
Immediately, I'll send.
Arushi, are you there in the panelist? Someone may try if you are able to present. your or share your screen? How come you just try? Anita की screen. Yes.
Is
Yes.
it visible, ma'am?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Speak.
I think we may start now. Rajveer or Jhansi?
Yes, ma'am.
Raj will start or who will start? Acha, Rajveer will start.
Jhansi, yeah, we may start.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the G orientation for the academic session 24-25. And I take the pleasure of inviting all of you and also the students who have joined us today for the presentation. Please listen to all the presentations carefully and make a wise choice for your GE. We will have our opening remarks by Criteria 1 coordinator, Dr. Deepthi Jain.
Thank you, Jhansi. So on behalf of IQAC, I extend a very warm welcome to all the second year students and all the teachers who are present in the meeting. So this orientation is kept for sensitizing students about GE courses offered by the college for the third semester students. Students, now you have done GE courses in first semester and second semester, and there they were compulsory paper. Now, in third semester, there is a difference in the academic structure. Between GE and DSC, you have to choose one. So, the idea of GE is a generic elective paper, and it should be from a discipline different from your core discipline. If you are enrolled in an honors paper, you have one core discipline. And if you are enrolled in program, then you have two or more core disciplines. So, the idea of GE is to choose a paper offered by a department from a discipline different from your core discipline. While DSE is elective paper offered by your own parent department. It will be a branch of applied branch of your core discipline. So you may choose on the basis of that. There are different rules for different programs like honors and for program students. There are different criteria for GEs and that will be explained in detail by our GE coordinator, Professor Sharda Pasricha. Ma'am, I welcome you in this meeting. Kindly brief the students about all these rules.
Good afternoon, Deepthi. Good afternoon, all. Students, as you all know, ma'am has already told you that in third semester, please understand that your choice of GE will be instrumental in deciding what minor course you get at the end of fourth year. So though we have given detailed instruction in the notification, which is already uploaded on the your portal as a tab, you can click on that and read the detailed notification. But for the benefit of all of you, because GE is a little intricate and it requires a lot of understanding, I would like to go through the important points for all of you. Before you start, please go through, as I said, the instructions very, very carefully. Most of your doubts will be cleared when you go through the instructions. Number two, beta, you must go through the eligibility and prerequisites. So apply for a course only if you are eligible, only if you satisfy the eligibility or the prerequisite. As we have said earlier, I have been writing in the CR group also. The last day to apply for the form is 5th of August. And all of you have to fill that form. It is important. It is essential for you to fill that form. Otherwise, you will not be able to sit in the GE or DSC class. And we are certainly not going to extend the last date for sure, because already we are late. And this time, your examination forms are actually going to be mapped with your choice of GE, which you have already filled. So you will not be able to fill any other, GE option except for the one which you have already chosen in the college. So be very, very aware of this. Having said this, I will like to brief some key points course-wise for your benefit. Coming first to the honors courses. The third semester students, you have the option of taking a GE from a non-parent department. So for example, if you are a student of Hindi, except for GE offered by Hindi, you can take GE from any other department. Instead of doing GE, you could also choose DSE non-parent. That means a DSE offered by department other than your department, which will be considered as your GE. If you do not want to do a GE, you could also do a DSE offered by your own parent department. So as I was giving example of Hindi, the Hindi students can choose DSE offered by the Hindi department. Okay, this is for the honor students. Very important, if there are bioscience students here, bioscience students have to choose only DSE offered for biosciences. You cannot choose DSE offered by, say, biochemistry, botany, or zoology. Essentially, you have to choose DSE offered by the biosciences. Okay, that is important. Next, we go to, just give me a second. Was on low battery, sorry. The BA program, third semester students. Third semester students, BA program, we categorize into two different categories. The first is the one with students who have no language as their core course. For those students, you have to compulsorily do English as your GE in the third semester. Okay, there is no other option. If you are a student who has one language as a core paper, in that case, you have to do only one more language in GE. So as per the rule, you have to do 2 GE papers from another language, keeping one important thing in mind, that either your core language or the GE language that you choose, one of these have to be compulsorily Indian language. Okay. So as I said, you are going to choose 2 language courses, and the remaining 2 courses will have to be taken from open pool. So please understand one thing very, very carefully. If you are doing language in semester 1, you will have to do language in semester 3. Okay. Otherwise, if you have chosen GE from open pool in semester 1, so you have to choose GE from open pool in semester 3. And then you will be doing language in semesters 2 and 4. Very important point for students who want to do Hindi as GE. Now, our college is offering Hindi GE for BA program students in the even semester only. Okay. So if you have to do Hindi GE, then you will have to do Hindi in semesters 2 and 4. And you will have to choose GE from open pool in semesters 1 and 3. Please understand one thing very, very carefully. You cannot do language in the consecutive semesters. And all 4 GE papers for those students who have one language as core course cannot be language. Okay, so that is very, very important that you understand that very, very clearly. Okay, next we go to BCom third semester students. You have only one option, beta. BCom third semester students have to do Hindi. So very simple for you, no problem there. Okay. Next, we go on to the life sciences students. Life sciences students, beta, there are a lot of things at stake. So you have to be very, very careful with your choice of GEs. First thing is, third semester students, you can choose GE from non-parent department, meaning your parent departments are botany, zoology, and chemistry. So you do a GE from a department other than these three, number one. You could also do DSE from a non-parent department if you want. You like biochemistry, you may take DSE from biochemistry. That will also be taken as your GE. But you also have the option of doing DSE from your parent department. So if you like botany or you like zoology or you like chemistry and you would like to make a career in one of these in future, then you choose DSE from that subject. Now, one very important thing for students who want to get a major degree and those who want to get a minor degree at the end of fourth year. Please understand very carefully. Concept of major or minor comes only after fourth year. So if you're not going to fourth year, you don't have a major or a minor degree. Okay. And those who want a major degree, between third and fourth semester, you have to choose at least one DSE. Okay. So either you do in semester 3 or you do in semester 4. One of these have to be DSE from the discipline in which you are looking for a major. Okay. Second thing, students who are looking also for a minor along with major. See, I'm interested in only one subject. I will take, say, major in botany. I'm interested only in botany. I don't worry about minor. Fine. But if I think that I am a zoology student and maybe doing, say, a minor in biochemistry may help me, in that case, I'm in the sense that I want a major in zoology. Okay, you do DSC zoology in semester 3 or 4, but I also want a minor in biochemistry. I think biochemistry will help me. So what you have to do is, beta, between 3 and 4, you have to do one DSC from zoology and one DSC you will have to do biochemistry. Otherwise, you don't get a minor. So third and fourth semester may, those who want both major and minor, one DSC should be from the major subject and one DSC should be from the minor subject. So that is very one important thing that I wanted you to understand. I think, Deepti, that is all from my side. If there are any questions, yes, I think Nandita has a question.
Yeah, actually, they can do a DSC or a GE from the minor subject. No? It doesn't have to be
No, they have to do a DSC compulsorily, 6 DSCs and 1 DSE for a minor.
Yeah, life sciences students, they have
Yes.
this.
That is life sciences, not
Yes.
botany.
Not for honors. Not for honors. Not for honors. For honors, their main core discipline is the major discipline, and the other GE discipline is the minor. But for life sciences student, one of the three core.
I agree. Yeah.
One of the three core disciplines will be minor, and other one will be the major.
Yeah.
Correct. Just to add to what Deepti said, for any program student, minor requires 6 core papers, DSCs, and 1 DSE. That is for BCom program also, that is for BA program also. The rule is the same for minors.
So,
I think Deepti.
yes, for BA program, there is no DSC in the third, fourth semester.
Yeah.
They have to do one GE only, and that is from different set of pools they have.
They will finish 6 core papers by 6th semester. They'll already finish it.
DSC.
Okay.
So I think,
over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for giving the detail of all the GE and DSC courses where they are applicable. Over to you, Jhansi, now.
Thank you, Deepi ma'am, and thank you, Shada ma'am, for briefing us about the choice of GEs and GSEs. So first, I would like to call from the Department of Biochemistry, Dr. Nandita Narayan Swami ma'am, to please present the GE for the third semester. Thank you. Ma'am, over to you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I'll just share my presentation first. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you see my presentation? Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what we are doing in biochemistry is, like already Sharda has explained to you, if you are interested in biochemistry, you can opt for a GE in biochemistry, or you can opt for the DSC paper also, which you can have a look. I'm going to present here the GE paper. The GE paper we are offering in the third semester is called as Physiology of Sports and Exercise. And the prerequisite is that you should have just done a 12th standard. There is no prerequisite for having done either any science or even a biology in the 11th and 12th. Okay, so this is our GE paper, and essentially what the paper is going to be dealing with is, if you look at this, what I'm showing you here, this is a word map. And as you can see, what we are going to do is we are going to do the interrelationship between your physiology, that is what happens in your body, with when you do an exercise or when you're doing a fitness training program. What are the changes that are going to happen in your body when you exercise? That is essentially what we are looking at. And we'll also be dealing with things like rehabilitation exercises, like physiotherapy training, as well as the nutritional aspect that you will require during an exercise program. Okay, so we are dealing with the physiology, that is what happens in your body, and its relationship with exercise. So here is what we are going to be able to focus on. What we are going to be focusing on is enhancer performance if you're an athlete, how you are going to be able to make yourself better and to give you a improved flexibility. This is if you are an athlete. But if you're not an athlete, it could also help you out to understand a simple exercise regimen which will make you a better have a better life. Like, for example, it would improve your strength, it would you would be able to lose weight, it would also improve your cardiovascular system. Okay, so it would lower your strength. And essentially, when we are doing this, we are going to be looking at how do the different organs in your body cross talk when you do an exercise. So what is the interrelationship with the muscular activity with your heart? How does your heart pump? How do you breathe at the same time? What is the neuroendocrine systems that are operational? What is the metabolic pathways that come into being? And how is your brain cognitive as well as your neural networking improved during an exercise? So essentially, we are going to be dealing with these things. Okay, so it is a paper which would be useful for anybody, because everybody would like to do some exercise and make themselves fitter and enjoy their life better. So what the highlights of the courses, what we will be dealing with is the management of an exercise routine, understanding our body when we do an exercise routine, the age and sex validations that are done for sports competition, because every sports competition has an age as well as sex validation. Then what happens when sports doping is done and drug testing for that, and how do you actually test your fitness when you do an exercise and otherwise also. So these are the highlights that we'll be doing in a practical course as well as in a theory course. So the entire course carries 4 credits like any other GE course, and it follows the 2+2 pattern. So you have 2 lectures and you have 4 hours of practicals. And what we will, sorry, this is wrong. I'll just take this. Okay. So what we'll have in the lectures is we'll have lectures and discussions, and we have laboratory exercises and surveys. We'll do case studies, and there'll be presentation and teamwork. And what do you take home from this whole thing? You will understand your body when you exercise and appreciate the importance of exercise, and you'll get the basic skills required to become a sports physiologist. Okay, so this is the take home which you are going to get when you do this GE. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Any questions? I don't think students would have questions. I don't think so. Okay, thanks. I'll stop sharing.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. It's certainly a very interesting GE being offered by the Department of Biochemistry.
The students like it. Okay.
We next have the Department of Botany. I now request the representative from the Department of Botany to please brief the students about the GE that is being offered for third semester students.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope my presentation is visible and am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
So hello, everybody, and welcome back after summer breaks. I hope you, my dear students, you all had a very rejuvenating break, and I am also excited to see you back with a lot of curiosity for the new students I'm getting in the third semester. I hope I'm getting a lot of strength this year. I'm Dr. Manoj Thakur, and we are offering this time, it's the continuity of the previous academic year, one of the general elective course, which is Inheritance in Biology. And this subject specifically designed to provide you the insights of the field of genetics, a cornerstone in one of the area of the biological sciences. The syllabus is mentioned over here, and it is also provided these days on the CR group. I would like to mention over here is that the course starts with the foundational principles laid down by Dr. Gregor John Mendel, and his his utilization of one of the garden plant, that is Pisum sativum. His perseverance and keen observational skills really paved a wave of field of genetics, and which is even relevant in today's world, which are also known as the laws of inheritance. We will deal in this course and we will apply these principles to learn the genetics of antirrhinum plant, which I am highlighting over here. And we'll also deal with some plant breeding techniques, which are important to develop hybrid qualities of the cereals and pulses in today's agriculture. And we'll also study some of the other non-Mendelian aspects like skin color and variety of the examples and circumstances. As this course progresses, we will learn the concept of chromosomes and genes, and we will learn how these genes encode functional proteins, and any mutation in these genes or chromosomes, which we call chromosomal aberrations, can lead to certain genetic diseases, which are highlighted in this karyotype of humans, and of course, certain child syndromes. I'll not steal thunder over here, but we'll learn in great detail in the course, like sex determination of plants and animals. So with this, I would like to tell you that you will get an early exposure of the genetics to build a strong foundation in scientific principle. You will get to know about the modern disease detection and its diagnostic techniques. You will gain familiarity with scientific research and publications. And last but not the least, you will equip yourself for the forthcoming entrance exam preparations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Manoj, for the wonderful presentation. We now have the Department of Chemistry. I would request the representative from the Department of Chemistry to please present the GE that they are offering for the third semester.
Thank you, Dr. Jhansi. Is my screen visible?
It's just starting. Yeah, it's visible, right?
Thank you. So good afternoon, dear students and my dear colleagues. Dear students, as has been mentioned, that we have floated different GE papers This semester, chemistry is going to float states of matter paper for the third semester students. So I am Dr. Vinita Kapoor from Chemistry Department. I will be orienting you about the details of this paper. So this is broadly the course structure. As you can see, the course is divided into 3 units, broadly gases, liquids, and solids. It is an extension of what you have already studied at your +2 level. You will be studying about the kinetic theory of gases, properties of liquid state and solid state. As far as the course structure is concerned, it will be a 4-credit paper, 2 theory credits and 2 practical credits, which means 2 theory periods per week, 4 hours of practical per week. And as we are already familiar with the course structure, we will be having internal assessments, that is assignments, tests, mid-semester exam, as well as continuous evaluation in the practical class. And at the end of the semester, there will be a theory as well as practical exam as per the university guidelines. So let us come to the learning outcomes, what the student should expect from this course. As I have already mentioned that this course deals with the study of properties of the 3 states of matter. You will be studying in detail about properties of ideal gases, real gases, the properties of liquids, and their various applications in petroleum industry, beverages, cosmetic industry, and so on. You will be able to do very interesting experiments related to surface tension and viscosity measurements in liquids in the lab. You will also be studying about the properties of solids, crystal structure determination, XRD studies, etc., which are very useful for geologists, geoscientists, environmentalists, material scientists, and XRD studies are also useful nowadays in the development of new drugs. So you can see from the learning outcomes that there are a plethora of career opportunities. Once you know the fundamentals of this subject, you can easily find applications in so many industries. And we know that chemistry is everywhere. So studying the properties and the physical as well as chemical properties of matter will definitely fetch you some place in the industry that you like. If you have any more queries, you can write to us at the email ID chemistry@svc.ac.in. You can contact the TIC, Professor Sanjay Kumar, or you can contact me, Dr. Vinita Kapoor from Chemistry Department. The syllabus is available on the website. You may go through the syllabus and just have a look at the details. And as I mentioned earlier also, that it is an extension of what you have already studied at your +2 level in the States of Matter unit at your NCERT grade books and all. And it is a very scoring paper. So I would urge that science students with a science background must opt for this paper. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request the representative from the Department of Chemistry, Dr. Rama Nayak, to make his presentation for the GE that is being offered by the department.
Madam, actually, I don't have PPT, just I will present orally.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I am Dr. Rama Nayak from Commerce Department. So we are offering the subject, the title called Investing in Stock Market. So that subject contains 5 units. So first unit is Basics of Investing, and second unit is Indian Security Markets, and third unit is Fundamental Analysis, fourth unit is Technical Analysis, and the last 5 units is Investing in Mutual Funds. So these are the our 5 units. In the first unit, we are going to discuss what is investment, nature of investment, and objective of investment. So why the people are going to invest into the stock market. So this is the main reason. And what are the investment types of investment we can see in the unit 1. And unit 2, the Indian security markets, that is primary and secondary market. So in primary market, we can see initial public offering, PPOs, and etc. We are going to discuss in the unit 2. And in the secondary market, what is the role and importance of secondary market and comparison with the primary market. So these are the topics we are covered in the unit 2. And coming to the unit 3, the fundamental analysis. So in that fundamental analysis, we are going to discuss top-down and bottom-up approach analysis of international and domestic economic scenario, industry analysis we are going to see, and also company analysis we are going to see. So here, what are the statements are available? Company analysis, we can see the financial position statements and trading account, profit and loss account we are going to see in the fundamental analysis. And coming to the unit 3 is unit 4 is technical analysis. So in technical analysis, we can see what are the main rules as an investor we have to follow. That is very important. And in that, the moving average and MACD charts, pie charts, etc., we can see in unit 4. And the last unit is investing in mutual funds. So in that, first, what is the mutual fund and what is the history of mutual fund, when it was started in India, and what are the types of investment mutual funds we can see in the unit 5. And also we can do the numerical problems. So this investing in stock markets, it is a very easiest paper. So suppose if you want to invest any individual or group of people, by studying this paper, they can easily invest into the stock market. So this is the overview of the paper, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Investment in stock market, I think, is a subject that is relevant to all of us. And
Yes.
I think students will be very interested.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. We now have Dr. Abhishek from the Department of Economics. I invite Dr. Abhishek to please present the GE that's being offered for third semester.
Good afternoon, everyone. So Department of Economics is offering 2 GE courses. One is Money and Banking and the second is Theory of Public Finance. So to start with, Mosmi ma'am will be presenting briefly about Money and Banking course, and then I'll take it from there. Mosmi ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I would like to share my screen right now. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Moshme Mohanty from the Department of Economics. So our department is offering, like my colleague said, 2 subjects for the semester 3 GE. One is money banking and the other one is the theory of public finance. Now, at the outset, let us discuss some course outcomes of this subject. Here, students, you will get to learn about different forms of money along with its function, and you'll also get to learn about the circulation channels of money, how the money is circulated within the economy, how the central bank functions in regulating this money supply, and also the role of commercial banks in credit creation throughout the economy. Next, at the end of this subject, what main takeaways are there for you? At the end of the course, you will be able to understand the measurement of money supply, the analytics and the methodology of computation of money supply. Along with that, you'll also get to know about the role of financial markets and institutions. And there are various problems that are there in the financial market, such as the asymmetric information, adverse selection, moral hazard, and financial crisis. Along with that, you will also learn about the functions and working of an efficient financial market and monetary management within an open economy, particularly taking the case of India. Not only this, you will also get to know about how the interest rates are determined within an economy, and what are the various sources of interest rate differentials, the theories of term structures of interest rates, etc. So I hope this subject will be joined by students in great numbers. Last year also we got an opportunity to educate more than 70 students in this course, and there were very good feedback at the end of the course, and we also expect a great number of students this year also. So, any queries you have regarding this subject, you can just take a picture of this slide. My email ID and the mobile number is there on the screen. In case you have any doubts or queries regarding this subject, please don't hesitate to call me. Now I would like to request Dr. Abhishek to orient the students about the theory of public finance. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Jhansi, ma'am, just requesting you for 2 more minutes. I understand every department has been allotted a specific time. With regard to theory of public finance, there are two major outcomes, two major objectives that we aim for. First is to look into the efficiency and equity aspect of market mechanism and allocating resources to understand its implications on public sector policies like taxation, monetary policies, etc. And the second objective is to deal with concepts, the public goods, externalities, and all of that. The major outcomes of this course is to allow students to critically evaluate different micro and macro aspects of government policies and their effects on output, distribution, and welfare in the economy. And it is a very useful course for students who are aiming towards a career in government sector, policy analysis, business, and journalism. Since in this course, you will be talking about the fiscal and monetary policy of government, you will be talking about taxation, the budget, what are the different aspects of budget, capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, and then you will be talking of provisioning of public goods, externalities, problems, and all of that. So if you are interested in how the government decides its expenditures and revenues, how the fiscal federalism structure functions, what are the municipal taxes, what are the state finances, and all of that, I think it will be a very good course for the students, since it will help you to understand how our economy as a whole functions. Thank you, Jhansi ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Abhishek sir and Moshmi ma'am, for the insightful presentation on the GE that is being offered by economics. I now next request the representative from the Department of English to please make the presentation for the GE third semester.
Yes. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Jhansi. I'd like to share my screen. Yeah, can you see it?
Yes, sir.
So I'm Nishan from the Department of English. The GE paper that we are offering for third semester is called Readings on Indian Diversities and Literary Movements. The paper has, just like other GEs, it has 4 credits, 3 for lectures and 1 for tutorial. There is no prerequisite as such. You just need to be, so there is no specific specialization which is required. The learning objectives of the paper would be to introduce students to social and cultural histories of India, which were conducive to the development of art and literature throughout the history of different regions of the nation, to inculcate new ways to interpret, understand, and read representations of diversity. And by studying this course, students will also be able to read non-verbal social and cultural history. The course will be spread out across 15 weeks, 1 hour each week for each specific units. And there are 3 units in the paper. The first unit includes an overview, first of all, and then sections about linguistic plurality within Sufi and Bhakti tradition, basically how Bhakti tradition evolved with the emergence, or rather with the arrival of Sufi traditions from Persia. Then in Unit 2, students will get to know about language politics and how Hindi and Urdu, basically how we also call it Hindustani now, and how they have these 2 languages, do they share a close connection with each other, or and how exactly do they share this connection? Well, are we saying that these 2 have evolved closely with each other, or are we saying that these 2 are separate and you have certain histories to chart out those separate trajectories. Then in Dalit voices, you get to read about how the term Dalit itself has come into emergence, and then Dalit literature has also evolved. These are to be more specific. These are going to be very brief discussions, brief introductions. It doesn't go. There's only one book, so it doesn't go into too much detail. These are essays, and then there will be, after, for each unit, you will have an essay which will talk about the theory part, and then you will also have certain literary sections. For example, a poetry, a poem will be there, or a short story will be there to talk about what we will cover in the theory section. And then in unit 3, you will have women speak examples from Kannada. One there is in this particular, you will get to see how uh, through history there are a lot of writings which were done by women, which were not seen as mainstream, which were sort of disregarded. For example, Sitayan, or the story of the foundation tree. So through these examples, we'll also try to see how women were also, there were also women writers, or there were also stories which were centered around women, but were not given, a similar kind of attention as was given to, stories which revolved around heroes, particularly in men. There is only one book, essential reading. It's called Cultural Diversity, Linguistic Plurality, and Literary Traditions in India by Suprita Paul Kumar. And a soft copy, we generally use a soft copy, which is easily accessible and available, and we make it available to the students. So it's not too burdensome for the students either. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. You can also write to the teacher in charge in case you have any questions regarding this. I'll also write down the email ID of our teacher in charge, Professor Ratnaraman, in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Nishan.
Meanwhile, I would like to take some queries by the students. Students, please make note that minor is relevant only when there is a major discipline. If you do not qualify for a major degree, there is no relevance of minor degree. Minor degree तभी मायने रखती है जब आपके पास एक major discipline होगा, right? And next point is about life sciences. Life sciences students are sending queries about their major minor. Life sciences student, please make note that you have 3 core disciplines: zoology, botany, and chemistry. So one of these 3 disciplines can be your major, and one of these 3 can be your minor. If you fulfill all the criteria, none other than these 3 core disciplines can be a minor or major. Please stick to this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. We now have the Department of Electronics. May I please request the representative from the Department of Electronics to go ahead with their presentation?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Dr. Rahul from Electronics Department.
Yes, sir. Please go.
So, Department of Electronics is this time artificial intelligence, machine learning. This artificial intelligence, machine learning is most fascinating and trending subject nowadays. So, this course is of 4 credit and 3 lectures and 1 practical components. And prerequisite is basic knowledge of Python language. Leading objective of this course will give an opportunity to expertise in one of the most fascinating areas of science through a well-structured program that covers almost all the topics related to designing machine which can replicate human intelligence and its application in industry, defense, healthcare, agriculture, and many other areas. This course will give the student a rigorous, advanced, professional, graduate foundation in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So this course, in this course, we will study what is AI. Artificial intelligence is the ability for computer to think, learn, simulate human mental process such as perceiving, learning. It tasks that once required human inputs. And artificial intelligence also cover the machine learning part. So how machine learning is related to AI? Artificial intelligence signifies computer journey ability to mimic human thoughts while carrying out tasks in real world environment. While the machine learning implies to the technology and algorithm that allows system to recognize patterns, make decisions, and improve themselves through experience and data. So in the machine learning, we are designing a system that can take decisions and perform the tasks. There are some examples of AI-related system, virtual assistants, driverless cars like autonomous vehicles, chatbot, e-commerce, recommendation systems, navigation apps, facial recognitions, text editors. These are the systems that can be designed with the help of artificial intelligence and machine learning subject easily. If the student learn artificial intelligence and machine learning, they can easily make the chatbot, recommendation system, facial recognition system, driverless car software, and many other things related to AI and machine learning. One example of most fascinating example of AI is Sophia, a really a robot capable of displaying human-like expression and interacting with the people. It designed for the research, education, entertainment, and help promote public discussion about AI ethics and the future of robotics. And if the student learn these AI and ML subject, the career path to the student is they can work as a data scientist, analyze and interpret complex data to help company to make informed decisions, machine learning engineers, design and build AI system and models, AI research scientist, AI and ML developer, and they can also work as business intelligence developers also, uses AI to improve business process and decision making, can also work as a robotics engineer, design and create robot that can perform the task autonomously. And the syllabus of AI and machine learning covering the four units. First unit covering the introduction part in which we will learn what is AI and what are the agents related to the AI and how the problem will be solved by the AI agent. And the second unit cover the algorithm, that is the search algorithm, various search algorithms that make our task simple. And third is the probabilistic reasoning model, because most of our systems are random in the nature, and if randomness come into the picture, then it can be easily dealt with the help of probabilistic reasoning model. And the last part is the machine learning. In the machine learning, we are learning various algorithms related to the feature extraction, optimization, and we will also learn the classification algorithms. So this is a complete package in which almost all the topic will be covered. And I think if the student learn all these things, they will be very helpful for their career also. And who can after these AI and ML BSc honors, all branches, BA honors branches, also BCom honors. And if you have any query, you can contact electronics at sc.ac.in, and I have mobile number also. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I now request the Department of Hindi, the representative from the Department of Hindi, to please make the presentation.
Good. हेलो
Yes, sir.
जी नमस्कार, धन्यवाद मैम। आवाज जा रही है मैम? हेलो।
हाँ जी।
जी शुक्रिया। हिंदी विभाग के अंतर्गत जी थर्ड में जो हम पेपर दे रहे हैं वो है पटकथा एवं संवाद लेखन। यह एक ऐसा विषय है जो केवल पाठ्यक्रम तक ही नहीं और केवल एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ही नहीं, बल्कि बच्चों के लिए जो जीवन में कह सकते हैं कि अधिक उपयोगी। नई शिक्षा नीति जिस पे अक्सर चर्चा हम करते रहते हैं, उसमें जिस स्किल्ड बेस्ड एजुकेशन की बात हम कर रहे हैं, यह पेपर बच्चों के लिए, उनके भविष्य के लिए देखा जाए तो रोजगार की दृष्टि से भी काफी सहायक सिद्ध होने वाला है, और उसको ध्यान में रखकर इस पेपर को तैयार किया गया है। पटकथा एवं संवाद लेखन, जैसा कि नाम से ही आप समझ पा रहे होंगे, यहाँ उपस्थित शिक्षकों के साथ साथ जो छात्र हमारे बीच अभी हैं, हम में से ऐसा कोई नहीं होगा जो वेब सीरीज नहीं देखता होगा। कोई ना कोई वेब सीरीज, मैं नहीं कहता सारे वेब सीरीज, जो जिसने फिल्म ना देखी हो, किसी न किसी सीरियल को कभी ना देखा जाना हो, हम सब इसके हिस्से रहते हैं। लेकिन इसके पीछे जो पटकथा है, जो डायलॉग्स है, जो संवाद लेखन है, उसकी एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रही है शुरू से ही। शोले के डायलॉग्स हम में से अधिकांश लोगों को याद होगा। मेरे पिता या दादाजी की पीढ़ी की फिल्म और उसके डायलॉग, उसके पटकथा, उसके संवाद जब मैं क्लास में पूछता हूँ, और केवल हिंदी के छात्रों से नहीं, अदर विषय के छात्रों से, उनको आज तक पता है। क्यों? क्योंकि वो अच्छी तरह से लिखा गया। और जब मैं हिंदी की बात कर रहा हूँ तो हिंदी सहितर जो लोग इस क्षेत्र में एज ए कैरियर भी जो अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, आप में से अधिकांश छात्र आए होंगे, चेतन भगत का नाम सुना होगा, अमीश त्रिपाठी का नाम सुना होगा। ये लोग केवल हिंदी वाले नहीं थे, या नहीं हैं, सॉरी, ठीक है, ठीक, नहीं हैं। ये लोग हिंदी से इतर के हैं, और जो जिनकी पटकथाएं बाद में हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट हो रही हैं, और हिंदी में ही इस पे, इन पटकथाओं के आधार पर, इनके लेखनी के आधार पर, इनके संवाद के आधार पर फिल्में बन रही हैं। जहां तक मुझे याद आ रहा है, ये लिख तो ठीक है, इंग्लिश में रहे हैं, लेकिन मुझे नहीं याद आ रहा है कोई फिल्म बनी हो ऐसे, इंग्लिश में कोई फिल्म बनी हो चेतन भगत पे या फिर अमीश त्रिपाठी पे। लेकिन हिंदी में बहुत सारे इनके जो मार्केट है और बहुत बड़ा रेवेन्यू है जो जनरेट करते हैं। मतलब केवल एक नंबर ला के पास, मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है, केवल एक अंक प्राप्त करके पास होने के दृष्टिकोण से नहीं, पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ही नहीं, बल्कि एक एज ए कैरियर भी इसको लोग चयन कर रहे हैं। जो और हिंदी वाले तो कर रहे हैं, हिंदी इतर के लोग ज्यादा अच्छा कर रहे हैं, ज्यादा कामयाब भी हो रहे हैं। तो इसको लिया जा सकता है, और आप सब इसके लिए थैंक यू मैम।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। I now request the representative from the Department of History.
Jansi, I think Jeevan sir has joined. Let me just figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So till then, should we move to the next department?
Yes, yes. I think he's trying to join.
Okay. So we'll go ahead with the next department. We have Arushi from the Department of Mathematics, who will be orienting the students about the GE for third semester. Arushi?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Arushi. The Department of Mathematics is offering differential equations to semester 3 students. This course is of total 4 credits, out of which 3 credits are allotted to lectures and 1 credit is allotted to tutorial, and each credit equals 1 hour each week. The eligibility criteria for this course is that students should have passed class 12th with mathematics, and there is no other prerequisite requirement. The objective of this course is to introduce ordinary and partial differential equations, basic theory of higher order linear differential equations, Wronski and its properties, various techniques to find the solutions of the differential equations. The outcomes of this course is to enable students to solve the exact, linear, Bernoulli equations, and to find orthogonal trajectories, and to solve rate problems. Also, we will study methods like method of undetermined coefficients and variation of parameters to solve linear differential equations. We will also learn how to solve Cauchy-Euler equations and system of linear equations. We will also learn how to formulate and solve various types of first and second order partial differential equations. This course is divided into total of 3 units. The first unit focuses on ordinary and differential equations. In this, we study basic concepts and ideas of first order ordinary differential equations, first order exact differential equations, integrating factors and rules to find integrating factors, linear equations and Bernoulli equations, initial value problems, various applications of first order ordinary differential equations like orthogonal trajectories and rate problems. We also study basic theory of higher order linear differential equations, Wronski and its properties. The second unit is focused on methods of solving higher order linear differential equations, like linear homogeneous equations with constant coefficients and linear non-homogeneous equations. We learn methods like method of undetermined coefficients and method of variation of parameters to solve such equations. We will also study 2-point boundary value problems, and we will also study how to solve system of linear differential equations and Cauchy-Euler equations. The third unit is focused on first and second order partial differential equations. In this, we will study classification and construction of first order partial differential equations, method of characteristics and general solutions of first order partial differential equations, how to form canonical forms and method of separation of variables for first order partial differential equations, classification and reduction to canonical forms of second order linear partial differential equations and their general solutions. I think this course is going to benefit students from all streams, whether they are from whether they are from science, commerce or arts background. And this paper is not only very interesting, but is also very scoring. And differential equation has various applications, like to calculate the movement or flow of electricity, to calculate the motion of an object to and fro like a pendulum, to explain thermodynamics concepts, to check the growth of diseases in graphical representation, fluid dynamics, structural mechanics, electromagnetics, image processing, and optimization. So as you have already seen various applications, so this course is not only going to be very interesting, but it will also going to help you in other courses that you are studying. This course will be taken up by me and by Dr. Amit Kumar. So please feel free to contact us in the Department of Mathematics anytime, or you can also write to us on our email IDs. Thank you.
Thank you, Arushi, for the detailed presentation. I now would like to request Jeevan sir from the Department of History to please make a presentation on the G that is being offered for the third semester.
Hello. I can't see anybody else. Is it only? I'm seriously, I'm asking. Students are.
Students are no.
We can't see them.
No, we can't see them.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is a course on after independence, what has happened in India. Okay, so this is a course is called as a post-colonial independent, post-colonial Indian history. That means after 1947, after independence, how we tried to steer our country and what type of politics has developed, what type of industrialization, what type of economy, what type of society has developed. That is what we are going to see in this course called post-colonial independent India. Only thing that we will not be looking at is war with China and all, but rest of the things will be taken up in this course. In the first unit, we'll be making a small introduction about the importance of constitution. Now everybody is talking about constitution. So the making of the constitution, how the constitution, what were the provisions of the constitution, and how the constitution was not only just written, but tried to be implemented. Writing is one part, and when it is being implemented, what were the challenges that we faced while not only making of the constitution, but also implementing that constitution. So we'll be reading about provisions of the constitution, what are fundamental rights, fundamental duties, apart from other aspects of constitution. So, and then in the first unit, we'll be talking about the integration of India. So we have around 540 princely states. So we'll be seeing how these princely states were integrated into India. So we'll be taking some case studies like Kashmir, then like Hyderabad. So there were very peculiar aspects to it because Kashmir was ruled by a Hindu ruler. but mostly Muslim population. Hyderabad was ruled by a Muslim ruler, Nizam, but population was mostly non-Muslims. So that is what were the challenges in how these princely states, when they were integrated, and how we try to, as far as possible, persuaded princely rajas or princes, princely states to join with the independent India and become a part of the integrated India of what we see today. It was not like this before independence. We were very much divided based on not only other things but also on princely states. So we'll be seeing about princely states and the integration. This is the first unit. In the second unit, we'll be talking about political trajectories. What type of politics or what was the systematic development of politics that we see has developed, starting with the Congress, then left parties, then the rise of Jan Sangh and BJP in the subsequent years. So we'll be talking about various political parties and their formations and their ideologies. All these things, this political trajectory we call, we'll be systematically studying about the rise of political parties along with there were some movements that happened like Adivasi movements, Dalit movement. This also will be studying in the second unit. Along with we will also see about some of the elections and what type of manifestos were being floated by each party. So we'll be studying systematically about the various formation of various political parties and the flourishing or maybe diminishing of some political parties over the years. The third unit is consists mostly of economy. What type of economy India followed? How we try to develop economically. From the underdevelopment, we were considered to be underdeveloped or developing country now, but before when we got independence, we were underdeveloped. So how we try to develop economically by setting up of industries or by following certain economic principles like mixed economy. For the first time in the world, we hear this term. We can consider it to be an experiment, but we try to integrate both the public and the private partnership in development. So that is what we call mixed economy. In detail, we'll be talking about the 5-year plans, what 5-year plans achieved, and what type of goals we set, especially in the sector of farming, and then educational institutions, industries, setting up of industries. As government could not do everything on its own, it sought the help of the private partners. So that is what we call mixed economy. And we'll be studying about the concept of economy and how we developed. And later on, we'll be talking about liberalization, industrialization, liberalization, and neoliberalism, and all these aspects we'll be talking. In the last unit, we'll be little bit dealing about society, the aspects of what were plaguing the society, like poverty, question of women. These aspects will be dealing in the third unit. See, if you take, I think this course is a must for everyone. I think you can leave all the courses because this becomes a fundamental course for any exam that you take up after your, because this is gives a broader idea of how India's growth, or how India's growth in terms of democracy, in terms of liberalization, in terms of economy, in terms of education, we'll have one unit, one rubric on cinema. What type of cinemas have come during after this? What type of educational policies we followed? Maybe in terms of women in general, and even in some aspects, we'll also be talking about adult education also. How India tried to educate its populace over a period of time. These are all these things will be dealt in a contemporary way, and I think people should take this course so that their understanding of Indian history and how we did after independence with so much of troubles and problems, still how we managed to end up where we are today. So this becomes the foundation for not only your understanding of history, but even for your competitive exams in the future. So anybody wants to take this course, please contact. And if you want to take, you take, please, but don't tell others, because already there will be so many students, overcrowding of students is there. We can see in this course. And moreover, I am teaching that course. I think so people must be, please make sure that you contact department and give your names. This is first to come, first come priority basis, first come first serve basis. So enroll yourself fast so that you will not miss out on my teaching. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeevan sir, for the wonderful presentation and highlighting the importance of the topic. I certainly think it's very important for most of the competitive examination and its preparation. Thank you.
Leave?
Sir?
Can I leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
May I now request the Department of Physical Education? Department of Physical Education. Do we have anybody from the Department of Physical Education?
I think sir is busy somewhere in the university. So
okay. So then we go on to our next department. Can we have the representative from the Department of Physics to please present the GE that they're offering for the third semester?
Yes, ma'am. I am here, Dr. Menpal here from Physics Department.
Yes, sir.
So I am sharing my presentation here. Ma'am, can you help me how I can upload my presentation using mobile?
So you will have a button called share screen.
Okay, yeah. There is a share button.
So please click on the share screen. You will be able to share your screen, your presentation.
Yeah, it is. It has opened from where you the document which I want to share, that is there. Yeah. So is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Great. So I am Dr. Menpal from Physics Department, and we are offering generic elective courses like waves and optics and numerical computation related program. So here first related to waves and optics. So sorry. This course consists of four credits, which has three theory classes, including one lab, basically. So this course doesn't require any
any requirement, but at least 12th class pass knowledge related to waves and optics. Okay, so here we will be doing much more advanced concepts and more things related to waves and optics, which includes like the the objective of this elective course includes is divided into two parts. First, which includes the properties of waves and vibration in first two unit, and which is considered as a part one, and the part two includes the properties of the waves like interference, polarization, diffraction, and the syllabus includes this first part one includes two units where a student will be learning about the simple harmonic motion and their combination, like their superposition, whether vertically or horizontally, the combination of harmonic oscillations, which gives us different kind of figures uh, like the figures uh, this Lija's figure, which are very important figures telling about the different kind of oscillation, and the second unit includes about the wave motions. Okay, what type of wave motions are there, and the other second part includes different interesting properties of the waves, which is like interference, diffraction, polarization. All these basic properties will be discussed in a very advanced level. So the outcome from the course, we expect that the student will learn about the simple harmonic motion and the day-to-day use of this simple harmonic motion and the Lissajous figure which we will be learning during this course. And many things we will be learning about waves using simple optics. Okay, so the another course is related to numerical analysis and computational physics, which will be taught by Dr. Ramlal Awasthi. And it is very important course actually, which is related to computational physics. And here the student will learn like day-to-day life applications of the physics. Okay, and this course is available for any student from other streams as well, and it will be totally based on the programming with Python actually. And who is interested, one can register using this scan, which is here. So that is from the physics department. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We have just shared a link for the feedback form and for your attendance. Please record your attendance using the feedback form, and please give us your feedbacks so that we would be able to understand and help you better.
Okay.
So you can stop sharing the screen.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
May I leave, ma'am?
It's up to you.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Because I have other assignment. Okay.
Dear students, please fill in the feedback form, and please also record your attendance in the feedback form. We next have Haukam from the Department of Political Science. He will be briefing the students about the GE that's being offered for the third semester.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, respected principal, my dear teachers and students. I am Dr. Haukam Vaipe in Department of Political Science. Dr. Durgesh Kumar and I will be teaching GE third semester paper, Nationalism in India. So the course will attempt to understand nationalism in India from different historiographies. So we'll try to explore the Indian response to colonial dominance in the early 19th century and also trace the development of the anti-colonial struggle up to the mid 20th century. So we will examine the events leading to partition and also the Indian independence in 1947. We will also explore the tensions and debates within nationalism, such as communalism, class struggle, caste, and gender. So the learning outcome by the end of this course, students will gain a deeper understanding of the different theoretical perspectives on nationalism in India. So the historical trajectory of the nationalist movement and also the contributions of the social movements to the anti-colonial struggle. So we will also develop awareness of the complex history of partition and independence. So if we look at nationalism in India, it's not just the historical part, but it's also the interaction and the correspondences between the people of India and the colonial system. So we will work together to uncover the rich, complex history of our nation's struggle for freedom. So next is the syllabus. So the syllabus will be taught for 45 hours, so which means 45 classes. And next, I'll just show you one book which contain many of the contents. There are many reading lists which is available even online, offline. Even I have more 90% of the PDF materials. So, but this one book contains a lot, many of the contents of the syllabus. For further details, you can always contact me. You can always contact the Department of Political Science. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request from the Department of Sanskrit, M. Krishna Rao, to brief the students about the GE that's being offered for the third semester.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to all of you. Good evening. We are offering GE as a Sanskrit basic principle of Ayurveda, and there's total 4 credit course, and 3 is one is tutorial, 3 is total theoretical classes, and we have a 4 unit. Among them, first unit is introduction to Ayurveda. So we will we will study about that. What is the meaning of actually Ayurveda, and there is different kind of meanings. Ayu, what is Ayu? What is Veda? And we will combine together. And what kind of things it's when messaging. What kind of message give to us, and what is the aim of Ayurveda? Aim of Ayurveda, it means like that. There is a 2 aims of Ayurveda, like swasthasya swastha rakshanam and vikarasya prashamanam. Like it means how to preserve our health to be, how can be healthy, and what kind of things, if suffered kind of problems, what kind of things we should be do. So this is the aim. So we will discuss about these things also, and also we will talking about we will study and history of Ayurveda. We know just when we heard about the Ayurveda, it means like Charaka Susruta and Vagvata. We will also study about Ashtanga Hridayam, and there is a Sarandhara Samhita, and there is a Bhav Prakash Nighantu. There are many kind of things in Ayurveda. We will study in introduction to Ayurveda. And second unit, we will study about the basic principles of Ayurveda. These are very key moments in Ayurveda, which we have to know about these things, because of Ayurveda is not like it's external things. It's totally connected with our body. So like there is the main things, Triguna, Sattva, Rajastama. So what kind of Sattva are people's, Sattvic people's, how we are behaving, and Rajasic people, what they kind of behavior like. what kind of those persons have behaved, and tamas people, how they behaving. So we will talking about these things also, and also Pancha Mahabhuta. You know that there is one quote like Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande, like I mean whatever is external things, that all things exist in our body also. So those are like, Akasha and space, Vayu, air, and Teja like Agni, fire, Jala, water, Prithvi. We will study about the Panchabhuta, Tridoshas, and Sapta Dhatu. There is most like this is very principal thing. Tridosha, Sapta Dhatu, and Tredosh Agni. This Tredosh Agni is like it's help for digesting our food, and generate that Sapta Dhatu means rasa. It means fluid, and rakta, blood. How to this? I mean, the food out is. I mean, ये कैसे बनाता है? We will talking about these things also, and also in their unit 3 we will study about that Ashtanga Ayurveda. What are they, like Kaya Chikitsa, general medicine. We will talking about in Ayurvedic perspective, like Kaumara Vrityam, Shalakya Tantra, Shalya Tantra, Bhuti Vidya. So these are unit 3 we will study, and unit 4 we will study about that importance of medical plants. So there are some medical plants, and they're based on Ayurveda. Like there is and those medical plants are described in Charak Samhita also, in Susrut Samhita also, and Ashtanga Hridayam also. So like the Aswagandha, Arjuna, Haldi. So there is very, I mean, we will study about in very interesting way. What are the the outcomes of the Ayurveda? We will basic knowledge of the Ayurveda of medical plants, and also we will capable for analyzing the classification of the elements in Indian herbs, and also awareness of general aspects of ancient medical practices. And these are the very brief introduction to the course. And any kind of queries, you can contact with me. Me and Dr. Kanwar Singh sir, we will both teach this paper. And I'm the scholar of this Ayurveda also. It will be very beneficial for you if you, I mean, choose this course. And thank you very much. And my email and contact number I will be post on that chat box. You can take it from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Krishna. I now invite Dr. Ramesh Kumar from the Department of Statistics to please make his presentation for the GE for third semester.
Hi, ma'am. This is Dr. Kalpana Yadav from Statistics Department.
Okay.
Ramesh sir will not speak.
Okay, ma'am. Please carry on.
I'll just share my screen.
Sure.
My screen is visible to you?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay. So good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Dr. Kalpana Yadav from Department of Statistics. So I'm here to let you know about the paper offered by Department of Statistics, that is sampling distribution. Prerequisite of the course is students should have basic knowledge of statistics and probability. Objective of the course is to understand the concept of sampling distributions and their applications in statistical inference, to understand the process of hypothesis testing. Also, the objective of the course is to clearly get them understanding of when to apply various tests of hypothesis about population parameters using sample statistics, and they can draw conclusion from the analysis. Credit, we have 4 credits, and the classes is divided into 3 theory classes and 2 practical classes. So here you can get understanding of what is sampling distribution. Simply, in a simple layman language, we can say that users just collect the sample from a specific population, and from these samples, we further study to check the variations in the outcome, and it is used by researchers, analysts, and strategists, etc. Now, when we collect sample, we have different type of tests like JET test, T test, F test, chi-square test, and all these tests you're going to study in this course. From this test, how to apply, when to apply, according to the sample size, that we will understand or we will get to know in this course. Like if you have sample size greater than 30, what test you can go for. If you have sample size less than 30, what test you can apply. If you have 3 or more samples, then you can go for F test. And what type of information you need while collecting or while testing jet test, F test, T test, chi-square. These all things we will learn from this course. What type of distributions we will use to get this type of test, or what test questions or what hypothesis we can will be using. Like if we do this population differ or do this sample differ, this type of questions also will be answered in this course. So after completing of the course, you will get understanding of the hypothesis testing, including framing of null and alternative hypothesis, hypothesis testing based on single sample and two samples using our approach like classical and p-value approach. You will get to know about chi-square test. Also, you will get to analyze categorical data by using chi-square techniques. Also, you will get to know about T and F distributions and their applications. It is very useful. Chi-square test, F test, and jet test, and also T test. These all our tests are very useful in our day-to-day life. So the course is divided into 3 units. First unit is based on large sample test, where you will get to know about what is null and alternative hypothesis, what is level of significance, what are type 1, type 2 errors, what are large sample tests, and single proportion, single mean. All this will learn in unit 1. Second unit consists of chi-square distribution. Then in chi-square distribution, you will learn about definitions and derivations, also test of significance. And third unit consists of exact sampling distribution, where you will understand what is student T distribution, Fisher T distribution. Will also derive its PDF, and also will get to know about relationship between TF and chi-square distribution. So the basic course is divided into 3 different units, where you will understand about chi-square, T and F test. And we have been divided with theory and practical classes. If you have any query, you can contact me. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear students, please kindly fill the feedback form and also mark your attendance. Ma'am, could you please stop sharing your screen?
Yeah. How to stop? Actually, it's not. Let me just check.
The same place where you started sharing, you
Yes,
have to stop.
It's showing only just sharing option. It's not showing.
Co-host can also stop this sharing.
If it's possible.
Not possible to stop sharing from our side, ma'am.
Acha, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I got it. I think it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request the representative from the Department of Sociology to please orient the students about the GE that is being offered for the 3rd semester.
Thank you, Jansi. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Urvi Bhattacharya from the Department of Sociology, and the GE that we will be offering to the 3rd semester students is a Sociology of Climate Change. Now, climate change as a theme is something that, of course, requires no introduction. It is an issue that is well known and well researched. Now, the course here that we will be looking into is would mostly have these objectives. You can see it on the screen. This is what you could expect from the course. First and foremost would be to be introduced to the issue of climate change from a multidisciplinary perspective. Now, climate change is, of course, it's a global pressing concern, and it is high time to engage with it from an interdisciplinary perspective. Hence, the need to address the concerns from a multidisciplinary perspective, and that is where social sciences, primarily sociology, would come into the picture, where we will be looking at climate change, not only looking at factors of environment, but also looking at socioeconomic conditions, basically the relationship between individuals, social, and the environment. Along with this, you would also be able to examine issues of sustainability and climate risks. And we will be examining various dimensions of climate change and the efforts at mitigating these effects. As you know, we all understand, when we look at climate change from a social science perspective, we know that it is also very much a product of human activities, the massive impact that humans have had on global climate, which happened as a result of modernity, industrialization. At the same time, this is a concern which is multi-scalar, as in there's no part of the world which is not affected by it, but it also remains deeply embedded in local life. So now with this, the next slide. What you could expect from this course would be to demonstrate, you would be able to demonstrate an understanding of the various sociological dimensions of climate change and sustainability. You would be able to analyze causes and consequences of climate change. You'd be able to recognize the connection between social and environmental factors. You would also be able to develop analytical skills to advance and assess possible solutions for social issues that arise out of climate change. The next slide. Thank you. This is the syllabus, and of course, eligibility, all are welcome. You do not need any prior skills, and we do not have any practical component. As for the syllabus, there are 3 units. The first unit will obviously be understanding climate change or introducing climate change, where we will be looking at themes of Anthropocene, where we will mostly be looking at human impact on climate, population and consumption. Consumption would include material consumption as well as energy consumption. We will also be talking about issues of development and sustainability, which will be a recurring theme in the next 2 units as well. The second unit will be governing climate change. This is where we will be looking at the various existing policies and protocols which are put in place through an interworking of international organizations, transnational organizations, and a lot of governmental organizations who are working together to address the issue of climate change, and it's very importantly its adverse consequences. This brings us to the next sub-theme, which is disaster and risk management. Considering climate change also has hazardous consequences, how does one deal with disaster, and how does one manage those situations and minimize fatal consequences, and the role of civil society in all of these in ensuring more recognition or distribution of resources. And the third is the experiencing climate change, where we will so the first was introducing, the second looks at organizational structures, and the third would be a more micro sociological understanding. This is where we will be looking at inequalities, which lies at the heart of most of the climate change research that happens in social sciences, which is mostly to do with the fact that climate change does, of course, it affects all, but it also affects those who have been marginalized. It affects them doubly. So we will look into how social inequalities, existing social inequalities, get reproduced due to climate-induced, problems, and this, along with the most, the very important, factor of migration, and how migration sometimes also leads to, migration in this sense would also talk about the overpopulation, but also the consequences of climate change that force people to shift consequently and adapt to newer situations again and again. So this is a very short overview, but if any of you are interested, my email address is there. I will also put it up in the chat box here. Feel free to reach out to me. We could have a small chat if you want to know in further details what the course is about. I welcome all of you, and hope some of you will be interested in joining the course. Thank you.
Thank you, Urmi. I now request Srinivasan sir, Dr. Srinivasan sir from the Department of Tamil to please present the GE for the third semester.
Good afternoon to all. I am Dr. Suresh K. Behalf of Professor Srinivasan. We are offering GE paper for third semester student. The paper name is Intermediate Tamil. It's also 4 credits, 3 for lecturer, 1 for tutorial. And we have 5 units in this paper. In first unit, dynamics of Tamil words. In second unit, rules of verb formation. And third unit, subject, object, verb construction. That SOV structure. Unit fourth, making simple sentences, interrogative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. Unit 5, technical terms. Yes, learning outcome is the course will enable the students to obtain the skills of reading, writing, and speaking in Tamil, along with building up vocabulary. After the course, they can read and write Tamil sentences, can figure out words having conjunct character, and can have everyday conversation. This eligibility criteria is this course is offered for non-Tamil students. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Dattaya from the Department of Telugu to please present the GE for third semester.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Dattaya Atem from the Department of Telugu. This semester, Department of Telugu offering Shataka Sahityam as a general elective. Credit distribution of the course is 4 credits. ఈ 3వ సెమిస్టర్ శతక సాహిత్యం అనే పేపర్ని పరిచయం చేస్తుంది. శతక సాహిత్య చరిత్ర వికాసం గురించి చూసినప్పుడు శతక సాహిత్యం అనేది తెలుగు సాహిత్యంలో ఒక ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి లక్షణాలు కలిగినటువంటిది. ఇది రకరకాల సాహిత్యం ఉన్నప్పటికీ దాంట్లో ఈ శతకానికి ఒక విశేషణము లక్షణాలు ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రక్రియగా దీని గురించి మాట్లాడతారు. ఇది 11వ శతాబ్దం నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు ఇంకా చాలా మంది ఆదరణ పొందుతూ వస్తున్నటువంటి ప్రక్రియగా దీని గురించి చెప్తారు. తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా సరే చదివిన వాళ్ళైనా చదవని వాళ్ళైనా ఒక పద్యం రాని వాళ్ళు అంటూ ఉండరు. దాంట్లో వేమన్న సుమతి శతక పద్యాలు లాంటివి మనకు బాగా తెలిసినటువంటివి. అందులో 16-17వ శతాబ్దంలో ఈ శతక సాహిత్యం బాగా వ్యాప్తిలోకి వచ్చింది. అయితే ఈ కోర్సు తీసుకోవడం వల్ల విద్యార్థులకు ఉపయోగాలు ఏంటి అని చూసినప్పుడు దీనివల్ల పద్యం యొక్క ప్రాధాన్యత ఏమిటి అనే విషయాన్ని తెలుసుకుంటారు. అట్లాగే రకరకాల అంశాలని అంటే శతకాన్ని ఆధారంగా చేసుకొని నీతిని బోధించిన శతకాలు ఉన్నాయి, భక్తిని బోధించిన శతకాలు ఉన్నాయి, మంచి వైరాగ్యాన్ని బోధించిన శతకాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఇట్లా రకరకాల వస్తువులను తీసుకొని రాసినటువంటి శతకాలు మనకు కనిపిస్తాయి. అట్లాంటి అంశాలని వాళ్ళు నేర్చుకుంటారు అని మనం తెలియజేయచ్చు. అట్లాగే ప్రధానంగా మంచి వ్యక్తిత్వ వికాసాన్ని నేర్చుకుంటారు, పెంపొందించుకుంటారు విద్యార్థులు ఈ శతక సాహిత్యం పేపర్ తీసుకోవడం వల్ల. దాంతో పాటు ఈ శతక సాహిత్యానికి ఉండేటటువంటి లక్షణాలు ఏంటి అనేటటువంటి అంశాలని, శైలి భేదాలను కూడా తెలుసుకోవడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది. అట్లాంటి ఈ శతక సాహిత్యం అనేటటువంటి కోర్సుని 3 విభాగాలుగా 3 యూనిట్లుగా విభజించడం జరిగింది. అందులో సిలబస్ ని అంతా 3 యూనిట్లుగా విభజించడం జరిగింది. అందులో మొదటి యూనిట్ శతకం పరిచయం, శతక విశేషణాలు. ఇందులో శతకం అంటే ఏంటి, శతకం ఎప్పటి నుంచి మొదలైంది, అసలు శతకాన్ని ఆదరించడానికి ప్రత్యేకత ఏమిటి అనేటటువంటి అంశాలని గురించి నేర్చుకుంటారు. దాంట్లో విశేషణాలు అన్నప్పుడు దానికి సంబంధించిన లక్షణాలకు సంబంధించిన అంశాలను నేర్చుకుంటారు. శతకము ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి లక్షణాలు ఉన్నాయి. అంటే తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఎవరికైనా సరే ఒక విశ్వదాభిరామ వినరవేమ అనగానే అది వేమన పద్యము, అది వేమన రాసినటువంటి లైన్ అనేది గుర్తుంటుంది. కానీ ఆ లైన్ అంటే ఏమిటి, అక్కడ విశ్వదాభిరామ వినరవేమ అనేది అంటే శతకానికి ఉండేటటువంటి దాన్ని మకుటము అంటారు. అట్లా శతకానికి ఎట్లాంటి లక్షణాలు ఉంటాయి అంటే 100 నుంచి 108 వరకు పద్యాలు ఉండాలి. ప్రతి పద్యానికి ఒక మకుటం ఉండాలి. అదే ఒకటే మకుటం అయి ఉండాలి. దేన్నైతే ఎంపిక చేసుకుంటారో అదే ఉండాలి. అంటే ఉదాహరణకి సుమతి శతకంలో సుమతి అని వస్తుంది, భాస్కర శతకంలో భాస్కర అని వస్తుంది, వేమన శతకంలో విశ్వదాభిరామ వినరవేమ. ఇట్లాంటి లక్షణాలకు సంబంధించిన అన్ని అంశాలని ఈ మొదటి యూనిట్ లో నేర్చుకుంటారు. రెండవ యూనిట్ కి వచ్చేసరికి శతక సాహిత్యంలో ఉన్నటువంటి విభాగాల గురించి నేర్చుకుంటారు. అంటే ఇప్పటి వరకు శతకాలు వేల సంఖ్యలో వచ్చాయి తెలుగులో, ఇంకా వస్తూనే ఉన్నాయి. ఇవి నిరంతరం జరిగేటటువంటి ప్రక్రియ ఇది. దీంట్లో విభాగాలుగా విభజించారు శతకాలని. దాంట్లో భక్తి శతకాలు ఏంటి, నీతి శతకాలు ఏంటి, చరిత్రకు సంబంధించిన ఏంటి, సామాజిక అంశాలకు సంబంధించిన శతకాలు ఏమిటి అనేటటువంటి విశేషాలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి విభాగాల గురించి ఈ రెండో యూనిట్ లో తెలియజేయడం జరుగుతుంది. మూడో యూనిట్కి వచ్చేసరికి దీంట్లో 3 రకాల శతకాలను ఎంపిక చేసుకోవడం జరిగింది. ఒకటి సుమతి శతకం, 2 భాస్కర శతకం, 3వది వేమన శతకం. ఈ 3 శతకాలు, వేల శతకాలు వచ్చినప్పటికీ ఈ 3 శతకాలు చాలా మందికి తెలుసు, చదివిన వాళ్ళకి, చదువుకోని వాళ్ళకి, పండితులకి, పామరులకి. ఈ 3 శతకాలలో ఉన్నటువంటి మంచి పద్యాలని 1 నుంచి 20 వరకు ఎంపిక చేసుకొని మొత్తం 60 పద్యాలని ఈ 3వ యూనిట్ లో భాగంగా నేర్పిస్తారు. దాంట్లో దాని అర్థాలు, లక్షణాలు, పదాలు, భావము అవన్నీ కూడా నేర్చుకునే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది ఈ 3వ యూనిట్ లో. ఇట్లా ఈ పేపర్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి సిలబస్ ని 3 యూనిట్లుగా విభజించుకోవడం జరిగింది. అసలు దీని వల్ల లాభం ఏమిటి అంటే ఫలితాలు ఏమిటి అభ్యసన వల్ల అని చూసినప్పుడు, శతకం అంటే ఏంటి, వాటి లక్షణాలు నేర్చుకోవడంతో పాటు, శైలిని నేర్చుకోవడంతో పాటు అనేక విలువైన అంశాల గురించి ఇందులో నేర్చుకుంటారు. రెండవది కంఠస్థం, పద్యాలని కంఠస్థం చేసే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. ఒక తెలుగు చదువుకున్నారు అని బయటకు వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఎవరైనా సరే అడిగేది ఒక పద్యం చదవా అని అంటారు. అట్లాంటి పద్యాలని, శతక పద్యాలను మాత్రం నేర్చుకోవడమే సులభమైనటువంటిది. ఉదాహరణకి వీటిని యూపీఎస్సీ సిలబస్ లో కూడా శతకాల గురించి ఉంది మనకి. అంటే అన్ని పోటీ పరీక్షల్లో ఈ తెలుగులో మాత్రం శతకాలని అడగకుండా ఏ పోటీ పరీక్ష పేపర్ ఉండదు. అట్లా ఇందులో ఈ కోర్స్ తీసుకోవడం వల్ల ఒక శతకం అనేటటువంటి ప్రక్రియని, పద్యాలని నేర్చుకోవడం, చదవడం, పాడడం, వాటి గురించి అవగాహన చేసుకోవడం అనేది దీనివల్ల తెలుస్తుందని మేము విశ్వసిస్తున్నాం. ఈ పేపర్ గురించి తెలుసుకోవడానికి ఈ ప్రోగ్రాం ఎంతో ఉపయోగపడుతుందని ఆశిస్తున్నాం. అట్లాగే ఈ తెలుగు ఎంపిక చేసుకునేటటువంటి విద్యార్థులు చాలా మంది ఉన్నారని భావిస్తున్నాం. ఇంకా ఏదైనా ఈ కోర్సు దీనికి సంబంధించినటువంటి విషయాలు మాట్లాడాలనుకుంటే మేము తెలుగులో డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో 2 ఉన్నాం, సతీష్ అండ్ దత్తయ్య, నేను. కాబట్టి మీరు వచ్చి మమ్మల్ని కలవచ్చు. మా నంబర్ కూడా మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ, ధన్యవాదాలు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, చాలా చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు. మీరు ఇంత బాగా శతకాల గురించి వివరించినందుకు, మరి పోటీ పరీక్షలకి ఎలా ఉపయోగపడుతుందని. సో ఫర్ దోస్ పీపుల్ హూ డు నాట్ నో అబౌట్ తెలుగు, సో దిస్ పేపర్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ poems and how Telugu literature is a useful optional in your UPSC preparation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Sir, can you please stop sharing your screen?
మేడం, అది మాది కాదు.
Okay. May I now please request the representative from the Department of Zoology to please present the students with the GE that's being offered for the 3rd semester.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm showing this, sharing the screen. Just a second. Is it visible?
Not yet.
Yes, it is visible.
The screen is visible, but not the presentation.
Yeah. Now presentation is on the screen.
Yeah, the presentation is visible.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. So this semester, Zoology department is offering this paper, Food, Nutrition and Health, G5, in semester 3, right? It has a 4-credit course with 2 lectures and 2 practical periods. And prerequisite is nothing. Eligibility criteria is the student should be 12 passed. That's it. So from any course, from humanities, commerce, or science background, students can join this course. So this, as the topic suggests, this whole paper is to understand the food, nutrition, and how it is related to our health. So whatever we are going to learn in this paper, the students can implement that in their routine life also, right? It's not only for their academic growth, but they can implement for their better lifestyle also, whatever they are going to learn in this. So why is it important to study food nutrition? So of course, nutrition strengthens our immune system, and it lowers the risk of many diseases, many lifestyle related diseases like diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, obesity. It increases our longevity. So it's always important to know what we are eating and why we are eating and how it will help us to improve our health. And there are so many diseases at present we see among ourselves, like anxiety, diabetes, hypertension, hormonal imbalance, heart disease. All these are related to our unhealthy diet, inactive lifestyle. Okay, so we are going to study all about this in depth in this paper. So these are the main objectives of this paper. We are going to study about the food, nutrition required by the human body to maintain good health. We will learn physiology, biochemistry, pathology, immunology, and all these fields in context to nutrition, right? We will also talk about malnutrition, lifestyle related disorders, like I already told, obesity, cardiovascular diseases. All these we are going to study in this. And then there are addiction related social health problems like smoking. Okay, so we are going to study about that aspect also, eating disorders. We are going to study the physiology as well as biochemistry and immunology of all these diseases and disorders. Then role of macronutrients. First, we will study about what are macronutrients and micronutrients. Then we will study their role in our health. Then nutritional requirements. We are also going to study about the nutritional requirements for different age groups during various health conditions. Different age groups means infants, what kind of diet they should take. Then adults, what kind of diet should be there for adults or for elder people or for pregnant women. So all these things we are going to study. So the syllabus consists of 7 units. So in unit 1, we are going to study about the basic concepts of food and nutrition. That is, we're going to learn about the macronutrients, means which components are required in larger amounts and which components are required in very small amounts. Then we are going to study about the dietary sources like carbohydrates. You must have heard about their names, carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, vitamins, and minerals. We are going to study in depth details of all these things and their physiological functions, how our body physiology is affected by all these nutrients. So that we are going to study about in this paper. Then unit 3 consists of nutritional requirements, like different age groups. I already told different age groups and different health conditions require different types of nutrients. So what are the nutritional requirements? We are going to study that also. Infants require they have different nutritional needs. Preschool children, school children, they require more of protein. So we will study that. Why do they need more of protein? What amount they need? So all that we are going to study in detail. Then there is a concept of balanced diet. So that we are going to study. First, we'll learn about what is balanced diet, And we will study about different food groups, food pyramids. Like food pyramid tell us about, how we should take different food components, in what order, in what amount we should take under different conditions. We will also study about the food hypersensitivity, food allergy, food intolerance, the physiology, biochemistry related to it. We are going to study in depth. Then health. What is the concept of health? Health means what? Like mental balance. Everything is included there. Then we are also going to study about nutritional deficiencies and disorders, which are very common in India. We are going to learn about the protein, energy, malnutrition, vitamin deficiencies, mineral deficiencies. All we are going to study in detail. The lifestyle-related disease, I already told you, their complications, symptoms, eating disorders. So all these topics we will cover in this paper. Then there are also social health problems like smoking, alcoholism, drug dependence. So how they affect our physiology and how we can come out of it. So all this we are going to learn and discuss in this paper. So it is actually whatever the course content is, you can implement that. Not only this is good, not only for your academic growth, but also for your own personal growth, right? You can implement all these points. If you understand these points, then you can implement these things in your life as well as the life of your near and dear ones. So that understanding you will get out of this paper if you choose this paper. Then in practicals, we are going to learn about different adult trends present in ghee, sugar, tea leaves, turmeric, how easily we can do all these detect these adulteration in our foods that you can perform in laboratory or in house also. We are going to use the simple techniques. Then we will study about the labeling of packaged foods in detail. How do we read them? How do we go about it? Whatever is written at the back of the packaged food, we should read it. And what can we conclude out of it? Whether we should consume it or not, that you can understand. Then study of comparison of food pyramids of any three popular diet trends. Like you must have heard of keto diet and vegan diet. So all these pyramids we are going to learn about. Okay, and then we will also learn about the pros and cons of these diets. Then ascorbic acid estimation is there by food dietrymetry. Then estimation of calcium is there. Measurement of anthropometric indicators of health. So these are the very basic indicators we use to check the health of a person, like basal metabolic index, waist to hip ratio, skin fold test. And then we will also learn how to plan a diet chart for different age groups, right? So and also we will see, at individual level, we will see and we will note down that in 24-hour food recall, whatever, students, what they take and how healthy food they are taking, how nutritious food they are taking. So you will be making your own, notebook. You will be recording your own food, whatever you are taking in 24, whatever you have taken in last 24 hours. That is one of the exercise number 8. And you will also conclude on the basis of that, you will conclude whether you are taking a healthy diet or not. And then you will come up with the idea that what else you can add in your diet. And just to implement that in your life also, in your routine also. Then 9th, but the most important practical is the project work. Okay, so that is based on the learning of Indian government initiatives focused on nourishment of school children and expectant mothers. Or you can make a small scale questionnaire based survey on the knowledge and usage of available resources for quitting smoking and its success and relapse rates. So these two topics are there for project work. So that also have some marks in the practicals. So after going through this course, you can explore many career options. Okay, you can, go into dietitian or a nutritionist field. You can become a quality controller, fitness trainer, research and development sector, food inspector, health and wellness product representative. So all these fields require the basic knowledge of food, nutrition, and health. So you can opt these careers. Then there are many universities and institutes in India offer courses on nutrition. So after going through this paper, you can, if you find it interesting, you can pursue a course in nutrition in these different institutes. So there are many institutes. Indian Society of Lifestyle Medicine is there. Institute of Home Economics is there. University of Delhi. Then Stella Maris College for Women, University of Bombay. All these universities have, they conduct courses on nutrition, so that you can pursue later on after doing graduation. So I will just end this presentation with a very famous quote: genetics load the guns, but it's the lifestyle that pulls the trigger. It means it's in our genes. If there are some diseases, they are in our genes. But then it is the lifestyle, whatever food we are eating, that the good food we eat, or it won't let the expression of the genes, bad genes. And if we take a bad food, if we opt for a bad lifestyle, inactive lifestyle, or bad food habits, so of course our genes, which are already there in our body, which can cause disease, they will be expressed. So we should be aware of what we are eating, and this paper is all about that only. It will make you more aware of what you are eating, what you are giving to your body. This is Dr. Anjali S. Nawani from Department of Zoology. You can contact me for any queries on this email ID or on this phone number written on at the end of the presentation. Thank you so much. Kalpana.
Thank you, ma'am, for briefing the students about such an interesting and a very important topic.
Thank you.
Students, you may please send in your queries if you have any. Dr. Anjali, you may please stop sharing. I think we have answered all the queries in between. So there are no more queries now.
Okay, ma'am. So should we go ahead with the vote of thanks?
Yeah, please.
Thank you, one and all. I would like to take this opportunity to specially thank Principal Sir, Professor Sharada Ma'am, who is the coordinator for GE, Dr. Deepti Jain, coordinator Criteria 1, and my co-host Rajbir, and all the distinguished faculty members who joined us today. Special thanks to all the students who have joined us on Zoom as well as on YouTube. Please go through all the choices that you have for the generic elective courses in this particular semester, and do make a wise choice. If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact the respective department or the teacher. And wishing you all a very enriching learning experience. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Jhansi, for successfully conducting this event.
Thank you.
Thanks to the staff at the back end. We may stop the event.